All right, hello and welcome to another session of Fit Essentials. My name's Shauna. I'll be taking you through class. Here's our disclaimer, and then we'll get started. So, you're about to engage in intense physical activity. Proceed with caution. Do not attempt to perform any movements or activity that exceed your current physical capabilities. Participants with injuries, high blood pressure, chronic health condition, or that have any other condition that may limit their ability to participate should consult their physician or healthcare provider before proceeding. So, here we go. Come on up. Go ahead and bring the feet underneath the hips. We'll start with our breathing. If you've been with us before, you know the drill. Hands in front of the chest. Breathe in nice and deep, reaching straight up to overhead. Stretch up out of your hips, up out of your shoulders, and open the arms down to the side. Go ahead and relax. Very good. Twice more. Breathe, reach up, lift up. Elongating all through the body, and then pull those shoulders together. Bring the shoulders down out of the ears as you bring the arms down to the sides. Wonderful. Let's go one more time. Breathe in, stretching up. How tall can you be from the fingertips to the toes? And then all the way down. Relax. Let it all go. Fantastic. From here, walk the feet in just a little bit closer. Toes straight ahead. Either arms over the shoulders or behind the head. Get a little dip in those knees. And then long spine, sending the hips back. And squeeze the glutes, standing straight up. So just saying hello to the back side of the body, bowing forward, standing tall. And go between 3 and 5 here. Long spine, bowing far enough forward that you feel the hamstrings. Straight up. And if you're fairly flexible, just bring your torso to right about 90 degrees and stand from there. Very good. Side step arm swing. Stepping to the side, opening the chest and shoulders. Alternate which arm swings on top. And start to coordinate the breathing. Close, exhale to open. Breathe in to cross, exhale to open. Very good. All right, from here, we're going to go wider base stance than last time. Feet just outside the hips. Bring the arms out to the side. Dip into those heels, and now we're going to go long spine, sending the hips back, reaching over to the other side. Squeeze the glutes and stand. Bowing over, standing tall. Hinging at the hips, standing straight up. Very good. Still having a nice flat back here. Long spine, just reaching as far as you're comfortable. Over and up. Let's go one more. Each side. And up. Fantastic. Bringing it in. From here, we're going to start to open those hip flexors. Step your left foot forward. You're going to mirror me. Interlace the hands or on the shoulders if you can't quite reach up to overhead confidently. Lifting up out of those hips. We're going to start by just shifting the hips forward. So I shift the hips back, shift the hips forward as I lift my chest and reach up to overhead. So starting to open up that glute, the front of the hip flexor. Fire the glute of that trail leg. And now let's rotate our torso towards your lead leg. So rotate towards your left, back to center. Breathe deep, reach up, rotate to the left. Let's go one more here. Breathe and stretch, and nice smooth rotation. Very good. Shake those arms down, shake them back out, and we're going to go same thing on the opposite side. So now your left foot steps back. Make sure that right heel is planted, shin vertical. Reach up, stretch up nice and tall. And we're just going to start with that forward shift of the hips. Fire the glute on the trail leg. So you can even kind of reach one of the hands back there. Grab onto that glute muscle. Wake it all up. And speak kindly to yourself as you do it. Sometimes we have your own opinions about our bodies. Just be nice, be kind. Breathe and reach. And now let's add those side bends, rotating. Rotate towards that front leg. Nice deep breath. Rotate towards the lead. One more time. Breathe in and bending to the side, rotating to the side. We got side bends coming up next. Shaking it out once more. Very good. And then this time, instead of swinging the arms, let's go ahead and circle those arms around. Forward circles up and around in front of the body. Well done. All right. We're going to go back to your first leg. So your left leg forward. Now we're going to add the tricep stretch with the side bend. So your trail leg, that's the arm that's going to reach up on your right. Keep that head and chest tall. Bend the elbow, grab that elbow, and now we're going to bend to the side as you shift that back hip forward. Breathing in, come back to neutral. 3 to 5 times here. Nice long stretch in the side body. Breathe in and exhale. Couple more. Breathe in and out. Fantastic. Last one. And release. Very good. Before we go to the other side, we're going to go behind the back stretch. So grab a band if you need. If you could interlace those fingers, go ahead and do so. Extend those elbows, extend the arms, pulling the arms up. And if you feel comfortable here, you can kind of ground into those heels, long spine, send those hips back, pull the arms up to overhead. Breathing deep here. Kind of rock yourself side to side through the torso. Staying strong and engaged in that midline, heels firmly planted, but I'm still gripping those toes down as well. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release those arms. And then we're going to go tricep stretch on the opposite side. So your left side, stepping the foot back, reaching that arm straight up, bend the elbow, keep that head and neck tall and long, grab the elbow, and then here we go, 3 to 5 to the other side. Make sure you're nice and stable, front heel planted, shin vertical. Good job. The side that you're stretching the arm on should be your trail leg is behind you. Opening the hips as you stretch the upper body. Very good. Shake it out. All right, next we're going to work on a little bit of balance. If you need to balance on a chair or the wall, please do so. Otherwise, lift up through your midline. Hold the arms out to the side, lift one knee up, and let's rotate the ankle around. Arms out to the side or on the hips, so whatever feels more comfortable. About 5 to 10 times one direction. Keep those hips square. Keep pulling up through the midline and rotate directions. Rotating around. Fantastic. Go ahead and set that foot down. Wide base stance. And we're going to open up the inner thighs in between. Lunging to one side. Heels are firmly planted. Drive that knee out as you keep that shin vertical. Good job. Back to center. Let's go 2 to 3 times on each side. Heels planted. Long stance. Good. Very nice. Maybe one more each side. Shifting over. Back to neutral. And that other side. Very good. Then when you're ready, we're going to walk those feet back in, and we've got ankle rolls on the opposite foot. So place the foot down, lifting up to that midline, arms out to the side, pulling everything up. You can bring those hands on the hips if you prefer. Let's go 5 to 10 one way. Not really counting, just feeling it out, lifting up, rolling it around, and reverse. 5 to 10 the other way. Whoops. Very good. All right, let me grab a little water. Feel free for yourself if you have it nearby. And now we're going to get a little bit more blood flow going. So let's come to center, set those shoulders back, standing nice and tall. We're going to start with a paused march. So you're going to coordinate opposite arm, opposite leg, lifting up, holding through, and switching when you're ready. Up and down, nice and focused. Whoops. Think about pushing that big toe down into your shoe or into the floor to help that balance. Activate the arch of the foot. Supports the ankle, supports the knee all the way up through the hip. Couple more each side. Just be nice and intentional here. Very good. Shoulders back, standing tall, and switch. Well done. All right, from here, either some step jacks or some jump jacks, whatever you prefer, whatever you feel ready for. We're going to go 30 seconds here. Breathe. There we go. Hopefully you got some good music playing on your end. Dance around if you prefer. 10 more seconds. 2, 1, and bring it on down. All right. From here, we're going to stretch out those quads. So balance check, place the foot, lifting up best you can. Try to grab that foot. And again, if you need to hold on to something, let's go ahead and do it. Pull that heel towards the glute. We're going to hold 20 seconds here. Very good. And 2, 1, and go ahead and relax that side down. Same thing, other side. Place the foot, lift everything up. Get that good balance position or balance against a doorway. Very nice. Gradually pulling that heel towards the glute, gradually driving that thigh back. 2, 1, and release. Fantastic. All right, one more little bit of a blood flow circuit, and then we're going to get into our first piece of weightlifting. We've got deadlifts today. Arms out to the side. We're going to go alternating knee to elbow to the opposite knee, and stepping it down, pulling up, lifting it up and in. We're going to go full 45 seconds here. Up and across. You can pause with that elbow to the knee, and if you can't quite touch, just come as close as you can. See what those hips to stay nice and level. Good base of support. Fantastic. Let's give about another 20 seconds here, side to side. Moving well. There you go, 10 more seconds. Wonderful. One more each side. And then step jacks or jump jacks one more time. Relax those shoulders. And here we go. 30 seconds here. Wonderful. Woo. Smile. You can act a little silly if you feel awkward. That's okay. A lot of us do. Less than 10 seconds. 2, 1. And release. Fantastic. All right, shake it out. If your water is nearby, grab another drink. All right, from here, we're going to check in with our flexibility of the back side of the body. You're going to walk your feet in, toes pointing straight ahead. Lengthen through the spine, hands on the thighs. From here, chin to the chest, and we're going to intentionally round forward here. So like I'm trying to round one segment at a time, pulling the belly button in and making your way down towards your ankles. And just see, where's my bottom position? Can I touch the ground? Am I at my mid shin? What have you? And you're going to use that as your guide for the deadlift. So nice deep breaths down here. You can let that head be heavy. And then when you're ready, make your way back up. Tuck the hips under, coming up to the top. Very nice. All right. So we're going to get ready to start with our deadlifts. It's going to be 45 seconds of a sumo deadlift. So that means we're going to have the weight in between our legs, holding on with 2 hands preferably. If you have a little bit lighter weight and you want to go one at a time, you can go single arm and just alternate arms throughout. I'm going to be holding on with 2 hands. Okay, so controlling down, standing tall. We'll work for 45, and then we're going to take it down to the floor. We have some side plank variations as the second exercise. All right, we're going to go in 10 seconds. Let me know if there's a question. We can pause it and answer that. Otherwise, stand up nice and tall, slight bend in those knees, send the hips back, and here we go. Chin in, squeeze the glutes, standing straight up, bowing forward, send those knees out. Good job. Looking down, looking straight ahead. Good job. Chin in, squeeze the glutes. Think about standing tall up out of those hips. Nice smooth breathing. And that's 30 seconds in. We're going for a full 45, but if you want a little bit more rest, you're warming up into this strength training piece, feel free to rest early. Just use your body as the guide, right? You want to have nice, smooth, controlled movements and rest and rotate. Very good. Let's make our way down to the floor. We're going to do a side plank next. Pick a side you want to start on, and we're just going to do a traditional side plank first round and then give some options after that. So pull that elbow in underneath the shoulders, and 2, 1, here we go. Going upwards of 45 seconds here. I'll let you know when we get to 30. I'm probably at 20. Lift and hold. Don't want those hips to lift. You want to keep those shoulders nice and square. You can reach the arm up here or rest it on the side of your torso, whatever you prefer. That's 20 seconds. Keep lifting up out of that bottom shoulder. Very nice. That's 30. Feel free to rest there. Try to pick a time that you can hold consistently for all 3 sets. If you're going that full 45, we have 5 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax. Good job. Swing it around. Same thing, other side. Pull that elbow in. People tend to go too wide with that elbow, so stack it right underneath the shoulders. Feet can either be stacked or staggered. Ready, and here we go. Second side. And this will be our sequence. We'll give some variations for the side planks on sets 2 and 3. And then after we finish this 45 seconds, we'll make our way back up to our feet. We'll take about a 30-second break, and we'll be back to set 2 of those sumo deadlifts. That's 20 seconds in. Looking straight ahead, breathing. Keep that head neutral. That's 30 seconds. Hold everything strong. Very nice. We're almost there for that full 45. And 2, 1, and relax. Woo! Fantastic. Before we jump up to our feet, let's go ahead and just take it onto your back for a second. Arms out to the side and bring the legs side to side, looking over the opposite shoulder. I know I said 30 seconds to rest, but maybe just a little bit longer to stretch out that low back one more time while we're here on the floor. Fantastic. All right. When you finish that, make your way back up. 30 seconds till we start set 2, back with those deadlifts. Nice job. So you can get a little bit heavier weight if you have it, or just stay consistent from set to set. 10 seconds till we begin. And once again, we're going sumo deadlift. So that means wide base stance, walking the feet wide. Pull those shoulders back. You could also hold a weight in each hand here if you want to hold 2 weights. 2, 1, and here we go. Chin in. Push your feet into the floor as you stand. Midline stay strong, keeping that weight close. Set it down right between the ankles. Or if you struggle with that flexibility, you can just come partway down, only as far as you can keep a nice flat back, not feeling any kind of pulling tension. Feel that back side of the body be engaged and activate. Standing tall, that's 30 seconds. Good job. Shoulders held back, lifting the chest as you stand. Down and up. 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Making your way back to the floor. Side planks in 10 seconds. We're going to go a side plank clamshell, or you can stick with the regular version. So this is a fairly good challenge here. Top leg up, coming up on the knee, pushing those hips forward, back and down whenever you're ready. Up and forward, back and down. Holding that top leg parallel to the bottom throughout the movement. Yep, and your hips come down. You should be on your elbow. Sharon, make sure you're not up on the palm, on the elbow. Can't quite see the floor, so wasn't sure. There you go. Up and forward, back and down. You should really feel that bottom glute fire. We're over 30 seconds. Good job. And maybe one more. Up and pause, and down and relax. Fantastic. 15 seconds. We'll take it over to the other side. Same idea. Set that elbow. Knees are bent. That's not a scale. So it's off the elbow, off the knee, top leg parallel. Here we go. Hips up. Push that hip forward. Back and down. Straight up towards the ceiling. And then I'm pushing my hips forward towards the computer. Back and down. Very nice. Moving well. Very good. Coming up on 30 seconds. Woo. Hello glutes, hello hip flexors and all those stabilizer muscles. Wonderful, 10 seconds, we're going that full 45. Keep smiling as you breathe and move, holding strong. And let's go one more, up and pause, down and relax. Fantastic. Whew. All right, take about 30 seconds here. If you want to windshield wiper the legs back and forth, open up the hips a little bit more, you can. And then we'll make our way up 15 seconds till we start the next set. Third and final. All right, no rush if you're not quite ready. If you're on the recording, you can always press pause. Otherwise, join us when you are. Feet about hip width apart, standing tall out of the spine. And 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Chin in, drive the feet into the floor to stand. So that's what they mean when they say use your legs. Midline is tight. So I'm kind of engaging that core, and then I push my legs into the ground to lift the weight up off the ground. Over and down. Drive, create that force that creates that strength. Very good. And you want to stand tall without like arching back. So shoulders stacked over the hips at the top. That's our 30-second mark. Over and down. And standing straight up. Good breathing. 2, 1, and rotate. Fantastic. Last round of side planks. So you can stick with the first variation, just a standard plank. You can go back to those clamshells, or on this round, I'm gonna go the side plank rotations. So 2, 1, here we go. Holding a regular side plank, top arm reaches underneath that bottom, rotating through. Nice and smooth, just keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. Reach under and rotate. Good job. Try not to let the shoulders or hips drop as you rotate, keeping them up. Continue to breathe. You need to stop and take a little break. Do it. That's 30 seconds. Woo. Couple more if you're going the full 45. Reach, rotate, and rest. Good job. Same thing other side, and we're gonna take a few minutes to stretch out the body, get ready for our second circuit. Elbow pulls in, right underneath that shoulder. 3, 2, 1, come on up. Staying square, holding strong, and rotate under. There you go. Breathe as you move. That's 20 seconds in. Reach and rotate. 30 seconds done. Whew. Well done. Good control. That's 40. And 45. Wonderful. Come on down. Whew. All right, we're going to go back onto the back. So pull those shoulder blades back and down. Start by pulling both knees in towards the chest and rock side to side here. We're going to start to warm up the hips. We got some lunges coming up next. So we're going to go figure 4 stretch, right foot over the left thigh, and then reach between the legs with the right hand outside of the thigh with the left. Hug that leg in. Let the head relax back. And just take a moment here. Breathe. And then when you're ready, you can extend that left leg. Extend through the knee. Point the foot towards the ceiling. Pull that foot back towards your face. And then you're going to bend that knee down and in. A couple more here. We're just getting that sciatic nerve lives up and down the back of that leg, keeping it gliding and sliding. A lot of times when we get those like sciatic type symptoms, the nerve is caught somewhere along its track. It's not sliding past those muscles, then we start to get like tingling feelings in the body. So we gotta keep it moving. Try to avoid all that kind of stuff. After about 3 of those nerve flosses, let's go ahead and relax that leg down. Same thing, other side. Foot crosses over. Go ahead and hug that leg in. And just start here with that regular figure 4. Allowing that outer hip to open. Good time to focus on the breath. And then after you've allowed that hip to start to relax, extend the right leg this time, point the foot away, pull it in towards your face, and bend that knee back down. Very good. Couple more times here. Up, point, lift, and bend. Wonderful. Last one. Up, point, pull it back towards your face, and bend it back in. Very good. Once you finish both of those, we're going to go back to that 2-knee twist. Knees up and together at 90 degrees, arms out to the side, and you'll bring both legs to one side, looking over the opposite shoulder. Might get a nice little adjustment there. Little release of the low back. When you bring the legs to the other side, peer over the other shoulder. Using that midline to bring it up and across. One more time each side. Very good. All right, go ahead and make your way up. Take your time. So we've got a reverse lunges. So you're going to stand nice and tall, making sure the front shin is vertical as you step back. Ideally, controlling that knee down. If you don't quite feel ready, you can do what we call like a reverse giant step, where you step back. If you want to bend that knee down a little bit, you can. I just want you to really focus. Front heel planted, shin is vertical. So if I'm in the bottom position, the shin is vertical. If I'm too narrow in my stance, then that knee shoots forward, and typically you end up on the toes. So keep that heel down. I like to drive that guy down, pull it up and forward, okay? We're going to be going a full minute. You don't have to go the whole time. I'll tell you 30 and 45 as we go. And then our superset is with a banded row or a bent over row. Banded row will simply be done seated in a chair or on the floor. Okay, squeezing those shoulder blades back and down, or a bent over row, which is what I'll show on the first time. You can hold 2 weights or 1. If you're holding 1, just hold it by both heads. Slight bend in those knees, flat back, chin in, and we'll be rowing here. Okay, you don't have to hold that position for that full minute. I'll kind of come up and rest as we move, but that is our sequence. 1 minute of a reverse lunge or giant step, 1 minute of a bent over or seated row. If there are no questions, we're going to start here in 15 seconds. And take your time. On this first round, I'm going to go unweighted. Recommend the same unless you're like, I'm experienced with lunges, I've got this. Standing tall, 2, 1. Here we go. Back and down. Front shin vertical. Drive that heel into the floor to propel yourself up. Very good. You can reach those arms out. It's kind of like your counterbalance, keeping that chest nice and tall. So as I step back, I reach up, and I can almost use those arms to help propel myself, preferably keeping the hands off the thighs. But you can use it as a guide to keep that chest nice and tall. Good job. There's 30 seconds. Controlling that step. You're bringing the knee all the way down, lightly touch the knee, really pushing that heel to stand. So propel yourself up and forward. That's 45 seconds. Back and down, driving tall. Good job. There you go. Much better position of that knee, Sharon. And 2, 1, and rotate. Beautiful. Either seated or bent over row. Going in 10 seconds. And the same idea. I'll try to give you 30 and 45. If you're doing the bent over row, walk the feet in, toes pointing straight ahead. Get a little bend in those knees, and then here we go. Bowing forward, belly button pulled in, chin pulled in as well. I'll keep an eye on the time. Keep the ponytail out of the way. And you just got to use your body as a guide here. If you start to feel fatigued in that low back, just stand up for a second, shake it out, and then pull that belly button in. Good base of support. Breathe and squeeze. That's 30 seconds. That's a good place to start if you're getting started with us or been a little bit run down recently. Maybe you didn't sleep well last night. Listen to your body. Stand up for a second, give it a break. That's 45 seconds. 15 more to go. You can always pause and then come back into it. Heels are firmly planted, toes are gripping down. And 2, 1, and relax. Very good. Shake it out. If you'd like to grab a quick drink, we're going to get started back in that lunge in 20 seconds. So you got to make the call here. If you're like, hey, I haven't done lunges in a long time, or maybe ever, then stick with unweighted lunges. If you want to hold a little bit of weight, I'm going to add some weight this time, holding it right up underneath my chin. And 3, 2, 1, round 2. Back and down, up and forward. Eyes looking straight ahead. Heel firmly planted. That's our first 15 seconds. Well done. Very nice. Think about driving that chest tall. I think about like kind of keeping that belly button straight ahead, up and forward. That's our 30 seconds. Very nice. There's 45. Feel free to rest there, or 15 seconds to go. We've been building into this minute, so if you haven't been with us for long, make smart choices for your body. 2, 1, and rotate. I'm going to take it down to the seated row next. If you prefer that bent over, you're welcome to stay with it. So I'm going to take a band, wrap it around the foot, sitting nice and tall, and 2, 1, here we go. Squeeze those shoulders back and in. Or kind of like the elbows pull in, sitting tall, building that mid-back strength. If you're in that bent over position, you're challenging that low back as well. So you want to be smart there. Reach and squeeze. Pausing in the back position or the top when the hands are against the torso. Good, that's 30 seconds. Feel free to stand it up and shake it out if you need, Sharon. Remember, no egos involved with this fitness here. You want to be smart, be conservative. I tell people I'd always rather have you do a little bit more than too much. That's 45 seconds. Or sorry, a little bit less than too much. That doesn't make any sense. Meaning I'd rather feel like you could have done a little bit more, gone a little bit harder, so you can come back next time, recover faster. 2, 1, and relax. Good job. We'll take 30 seconds and then we'll be back for our final round. First with the lunges. Nice work. Boo-boo. Round 3. And just one more circuit after this. 15 seconds till we start. Eyes looking straight ahead, standing tall. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Still having control of that back knee. Definitely don't want to slam your kneecap into the floor. It's a sensitive part of the body, so be kind to it. And I'll say it again, front shin vertical, driving that heel down without lifting those toes up. So still grip the toes as you pull through that front foot. There you go, 30 seconds in. Hello, legs. Almost to 45. Here's our 45, good job. If you're going that full 60, stay focused, eyes up. Breathe. And 2, 1, and relax. Nice job. Bent over or seated row to finish. All right, if you're doing that bent over version, walk the feet in, toes pointing straight ahead. Slight bend in those knees. And here we go. Head neutral. Strong midline. Reach forward, pull those elbows in. Keep that head nice and strong too, meaning not extending that neck, so chin in. There's 20 seconds. Now stand it up, give it a break. And then bowing forward, back into position. Over 30 seconds in. There you go, smart, take a break. There's 45. Woo, 15 more seconds. In and pause, reaching forward. Continue to breathe. Maybe one more. 2, 1, release. Woo. All right, stand it up, shake it out. Just kind of do some torso rotations here. Arms up at the shoulders, rotating side to side. You can also reach those arms straight out and then rotate side to side here. All right, fantastic. All right, so our next piece, 30-second intervals. Skier swings or Russian kettlebell swings or dumbbell swings. Okay, or you could do a simple good morning. Bowing forward, standing tall. Okay, some kind of hinge movement. Go ahead and grab a little bit of water, and then while I'm getting us prepped for this, let's grab the foot, stretch those quads out. Skier swing, holding the weights at the sides, slight bend in those knees, bowing forward, driving those hips. Just getting a little bit of a swing, squeezing the glutes, pushing those hips forward, hands in both sides. Or a kettlebell or a dumbbell swing, you're gonna hold the weight between the thighs, bowing forward, same idea. And notice, this weight's high up my inner thigh. You're not swinging it low. So you wanna have it close to the upper thigh, and then you're driving from there, okay? If you know those full swings to overhead and you wanna do them, by all means, feel free. If you haven't switched legs in the quad stretch, switch sides. And then you're gonna go either into a push-up or a dip off the chair. Tall chest, shoulders back, lowering down, pushing tall, okay? Down and up, 30 seconds there. You can also do an overhead press if you'd like to go overhead, especially if you weren't here on Monday, you wanna do some more overhead work. And then our third movement takes us down to the floor for some tuck-ups or some leg lowering abs. So the key here, low back flat to the ground. It doesn't help if you're arching the back, so pushing that low back flat. The tuck-ups are here, knees bent, pulling the thighs into the chest as the legs lower, avoiding that arch. So control them down, okay? Or legs long, and then same idea. This is gonna be more of a challenge because you have a longer lever, so it's harder on that midline, harder on that core. So not letting ourselves arch. And then it'll either be 30 seconds rest, or you can jump around, dance around, keep that blood flow going however you choose. All right, I think it's time to lose this sweatshirt, and then we're gonna get started here in 20 seconds. Again, it's gonna go swings or good mornings, straight into the dip or push up, straight onto the floor for those tuck ups. So good positions. And remember, you can also do that overhead press for the push part. All right, swings first. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. I'm going to show the skier swing. Bowing forward, drive those glutes, midline strong. Breathe. There you go. Looking down in the forward portion, looking straight ahead in the top. And you should feel like the arms are just guiding the weight, not like they're lifting the weight, but they're just guiding. The hips are giving that momentum. 2, 1, and rotate. I'm going to show the dips, shoulders back, chest tall, keeping those shoulders down out of the ears, controlling down and locking it out. Good control. Halfway. We're gonna take it straight down to the floor next. For those, I'm gonna go tuck ups on the first round. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Go ahead and come onto your back. 2, 1, and here we go. Thighs up and in, lowering those feet down, avoiding this arch. Can't quite see the low back. Just lower this down. So we want to avoid this arching. So I'm pushing my low back down the whole time, up and in, pushing down. Breathe. Rest break coming. Couple more here. Really engage in the lower abs. Good job. And rest. 30 seconds till we start set 2. If you want to keep that heart rate up, feel free to dance around a little bit. Keep some blood flow going. Otherwise, grab a drink. We'll be back to it in 20 seconds now. Woo. 10 seconds. Kettlebell swings, skier swings, whatever makes sense for your body. Feet about hip width apart, unless you're on that skier swing. 2, 1, here we go. Bowing forward, hips drive. Very nice. If you have a kettlebell here, when it comes up to the shoulder height, bottom of the bell should be pointing straight away. If it's drooping down like towards the floor, that shows that you're not getting enough pop of those hips, that you're guiding it with the arms. 2, 1, and rotate. Push-ups, overhead press, or dips. Your choice. Lowering down, driving up. I'm demoing the dips throughout, but if anything's going on for your shoulders and you're like, no dips for me, you have other options. Elbows in, lift through the chest. All right, getting ready to take it to the back. 2, 1, and onto the floor, on your back. I'm gonna stick with those tuck ups. If you wanna go straight legs, you can. But don't feel like you have to progress the exercises. There's nothing wrong with working the basics. Okay, even advanced athletes benefit from going back to the basics, and many of them do often. So, check in with yourself. You can always do those simple exercises. There's still benefit to your body. And rest, or cardio of choice, jumping jacks, dancing, what have you. Set 3 is coming up here in 20 seconds. Woo! 3 of 5, if I haven't said. 5 sets total. All right, I'm gonna go back and demo those skier swings this time. So with the skier, it's weights in both hands, holding them on the sides of the body. Slight bend in those knees, tall chest. 2, 1, here we go. Bow forward, glute drive. Squeeze those glutes, and you don't want to arch, you just want to come tall. So I just bow forward, standing tall. Just feel the upper hamstring as you bow forward, halfway. Very good. Keep breathing. And ready for that upper body push. Dip, push up, or overhead press. Chest up, lowering down, lifting tall. Keep those shoulders down out of the ears. Halfway. Think about like lifting the chest to the top, kind of rounding the shoulders in, or like, I like to pretend I have like some oranges underneath my armpits. I'm trying to squeeze the orange juice out. All right, onto the floor. Midline. All right, we'll take the legs straight this time, but if that was tough with them bent, and notice here, I don't go all the way to the floor. I just go as far as like, okay, I feel like my back's gonna arch, and now I pull them up from there. Low back pulls into the floor, and lift. Head should be relaxed down, except you're checking the clock. I'm checking the clock. 2, 1, rest. All right, that's the end of 3. 2 to go. And always, if you're like, I'm not ready, listen to your body, join when you are. 15 seconds. All right, back to those swings or the good mornings. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Bow forward. Keeping those hands close to the upper thigh. Chin in as you bow forward, looking straight ahead at the top. Very good. Just standing tall, not arching back. 10 seconds till we transition to the upper body. It's our second to last set, folks. 2, 1, transition. Here we go. On those dips, shoulders down, chest broad, avoiding that winging out of the elbows. That's the same for the push-ups too. We tend to shoot the elbows wide and keeping them, shoulders kind of shoot forward. So keep it back. We're over halfway. Smooth breathing. Locking it out in the top. All right, getting ready to come onto your back in 2, 1, transition. Taking it down. Here we go. Legs straight or bent. Real good awareness of that spine. Good job. 15 seconds. Really bracing, pulling flat. One more. Control the down. Raise it up and rest. Beautiful. 30 more seconds. Yeah, 30 more seconds till we start that final round. And on this last round, we'll have everybody get up on the feet and in with some jumping jacks. Kind of like a little active cool down. One final push. Otherwise, decide what you want to swing for this last round. We have 10 seconds. Nice deep breath, standing tall. 2, 1, and here we go. Still connected to the breath. Still keeping that weight close. Hip pop. Drive it forward. Squeeze those glutes as you open those hips. So as that bell swings up, you're squeezing your glutes. Exhale on that upswing. 2, 1, transition. Upper body, push-ups, overhead press or dips. Shoulders back, chest tall. Lower and press. So what I was saying last round, kind of as you're finishing this, is I think about having those like little tiny cutie oranges in my armpits. And like I'm trying to make some orange juice in the top. So I squeeze those arms in, fully extend, lock it out. Good job. Get ready to come onto our backs for the last time. 2, 1, and transition. Taking it down. Nice job. Last round here. Still keep it strong. Imagine a whoopee cushion being under your low back, and you want to keep that tension the whole time, pushing that pressure into the floor. When we arch the low back doing core work, we put a lot of strain on the low back. Hip flexors kind of pull in, and go ahead, make your way up to your feet. Final 30 seconds. Just kind of finish it out with a little bit of jump jacks. Woo! 20 seconds left. Jump, dance, anything you want to do to kind of finish out this last circuit of the day. Good work. 10 seconds. Keep it moving. 2, 1, and all done. Woo. All right, round of applause. Thank yourself for showing up. Grab your water glass. Let's get some hydration going. Then we're going to take a few minutes for a cool down stretch. All right. Let's go ahead and take it down to the floor. We're going to bring the toes together. We're going to divide the knees, come into child's pose. So walk those knees out, toes in, reach the hands nice and long, and dropping the hips back, dropping the head down. Nice deep breaths into the back of the body. One more time here, and release. Good job. From here, place the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to kick one leg out to the side, and now we're going to gently rock the hips back to the heel, opening that inner thigh. Rock forward and back. Good job. Forward and back a couple times, 3 to 5. And when you're ready, same thing, other leg. Walk it in and kick it out. 3 to 5 here. Arms stretch out nice and long. 1 to 2 more. And release. Good job. Walk both knees in together. Knees are touching, and then we're going to go quadruped hip rock, rocking the hips side to side. Belly button pulled in. Just get a nice stretch here, whatever feels good to your body. We're going to go down dog into pigeon pose next. If you prefer figure 4, you can always roll over onto your back and do that figure 4 stretch we did to start. Otherwise, hands nice and wide underneath the shoulders, and then down dog first. Drive those hips up, push the head between the arms. Go ahead and pedal out those heels. Get a nice stretch in the back of the legs. And then when you're ready, let's start with the right leg. You're going to swing your right leg forward, square the hips and shoulders best you can. And we're going to kind of come on down here. You can stay tall, you can lay down on your forearms, whatever feels best. Just try to stay a little bit engaged in the hips. I don't like to just kind of drop into the stretch. Stay engaged, feeling any tension through there. And then when you're ready, go ahead and sit that hip down and swing your back leg around for a seated twist. Sit tall and hug that knee in, peering over your opposite shoulder. Nice deep breaths. And assuming that you led with that right leg on pigeon, you should be hugging, left leg on pigeon. Now we're hugging our right leg in. Whichever leg you're hugging to your chest, that's going to be our forward leg for the next pigeon. So go ahead and release out of this twist. Make your way back into down dog, and then I'm going to be on the right side, swinging that right leg forward. Here we go. Let's take your time into down dog first. Hips high, opening the chest. Breathe. And then one more time. Nice stretch those calves. And when you're ready, right leg or left if you were opposite, swing it forward, square it up. We're going to go about 30 seconds here. And then we'll finish with that seated twist. Very good. Staying strong, just gradually rocking side to side. And then anytime you're ready, back leg around. Sitting tall, hug it in. And we'll go 30 seconds here. All right, folks. So we didn't give a lot of stretch for the opening of the chest tonight or today, but please feel free over the course of the day. Elbow about 90 degrees against the doorway, opening up those chests. Okay, you can repeat that tricep side bend that we did from standing earlier in the hour. Just make sure you make a point to stretch out that upper body as well. It's really good to do that, not just only when you come to an exercise class, but just throughout your day, when you get up from being on the computer or driving in your car. You can do that behind the back stretch as well, just opening up the chest. We're trying to avoid this, right? We want to avoid this forward posture, keep ourselves open, keep our shoulders moving well. All right, thanks for being here, and hope to see you next time. Stay hydrated.